All right. We're going to call to order the Cuyahoga County Committee of the Whole meeting for Tuesday, January the 26th, 2016. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Ms. Conwell? Here. Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones is absent at the moment. Ms. Brown?
Here.
Mr. Hairston?
Here.
Ms. Simon?
Here.
Mr. Greenspan?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Germana?
Here.
Mr. Gallagher?
Here.
Mr. Schron?
Here.
And Mr. Brady.
Here.
You do have a quorum.
Is there any public comment related to the agenda?
There is none, Mr. Chair.
All right. Fourth item is another executive session. And as you all know, all meetings of the Cuyahoga County Council are open to the public under the Ohio Open Meeting Laws. Under that law, council may go into executive session during a meeting for specifically authorized purposes. During executive session, council confers outside of the hearing of the public. Council may not make any decisions about any matters in executive session. All decisions are made in public. This afternoon, the Council's Committee of the Whole will go into executive session to discuss collective bargaining matters. During this time, our live stream will be down, and we ask those not specifically needed for the executive session to remain in the council chambers. Council members will convene in the adjacent Committee Room A and will re-enter the meeting once the executive session has ended. Is there a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing pending or imminent litigation?
So move.
Been moved and seconded. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Excuse me, Mr. President. This is totally my mistake. It is not imminent litigation. I apologize
sorry,
for that. I did not fix that. It's
Okay.
for collective bargaining matters.
All righty.
My apologies.
No problem. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Is there a first and a second?
Yeah, I will withdraw my original motion, and I assume the second. Sorry. And I will now move with the new adjusted language.
Second.
Calling the roll to move to executive session for collective bargaining matters. Ms. Conwell?
Yes.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones is not absent, or is absent at the moment. Ms. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Hairston?
Yes.
Ms. Simon?
Yes.
Mr. Greenspan?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Germana?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Schron?
Yes.
And Council President Brady.
Yes.
Motion carries, and again, my apologies for that
No
mistake.
problem. Okay. Well, now adjourn for the meeting for an executive session.